This year, in fact, marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between China and Brazil. And in fact, it has been more than 50 years since Vale sent its first shipment of iron ore from Brazil to China. As a pioneer of the economic and trade cooperation between the two countries, how does Vale view the long-term partnership with China, and how does this partnership with China go beyond just raw materials?
Vale started this relationship with China in 1973, so that's 51 years. That's 1 year before Brazil actually established commercial ties with China. So we are in fact pioneers. We're very proud of this pioneering relationship and of our current relationship with China over the past 51 years. In 1973, Vale made its first export of iron ore to China. That was 20,000 metric tons. Since then, we've increased our exports to China, and we have reached 3 billion tons of iron ore over 51 years. Last year alone, we exported 186 million metric tons to China of iron ore, and this year we'll probably do more than that. So it's increasing, and it's a long-term relationship.
How does this closer cooperation between the two countries facilitate growth of business from both countries and improve people's livelihoods from the both countries?
Many Chinese companies are now investing in Brazil, bringing technology to Brazil. So that's a very direct input of Chinese culture and investment in Brazil, which helps to further the livelihood of Brazilians. Also, there's an exchange in the culture of these two countries. Both China and Brazil have a long-term view of the future. Both China and Brazil are expanding their frontiers to other places in the world. So I believe there's much affinity between Brazil and China. The Brazilian culture has a connection with development, with looking at the future, very optimistic view of the future. I see that the Chinese have the same. And the Chinese can teach us very much about planning, about technology. The urban development in China is an example, a reference to the world, how the Chinese have been able to develop their cities without destroying the cultural heritage. So there are many examples of how Brazil wants to achieve the same goals that China has.